So I'm back here with the Corvette, finally getting it up in the air so I can take these tires off. Of course, I got to turn this on. Oh, it's unplugged. Great. If this jack wants to work, which hopefully it works, because I have not used this jack in a very long time. Now on C4s, if you want to jack them up, so if your plastic on your sides have not been damaged, then you should have a couple markings, see, with arrows on them right there. It literally says jacking location right there. Now you don't want to put the jack stand right there because, you know, it's not really a lot of area to grab onto. It's just enough for a jack to grab onto, but not enough for a jack stand to grab onto without you breaking the plastic on the doors. Now, if you did this on the front jack point, you would notice that the entire side of the car will lift up. Seriously, like this. Here, I'll show you. It won't really hurt anything. You know, that whole myth about your top being off can cause it to flex the body if you jack it. That is not true. It's not true at all. Trust me. A couple ants on here. You know what? That's the first time I've ever had to use two hands to get this jack down. That is not the usual. This jack is usually super loose. So, see, look, if I go on the pinch weld on this side, right, and I go right here. So I have this panel down just so I can get to the battery easily. I'm replacing it. It was already, you know, kind of beaten up by the time I got into it, but I was going to replace it anyway. It commonly happens if the door is, if the panel itself is not aligned, the door will close and literally it'll crack the panel in the process. So just pay attention to that if you're rebuilding a C4, because if that panel is not aligned, you'll be getting another panel. Unless you know how to work with fiberglass. I mean, it's lifting properly, but I'm assuming any second now, I'll run into issues with this, because it definitely locked up on me last time I used it. Wait a minute, it's working with me. Nope. Oh, wait, no, it did it. Took a lot more pumps than usual. It's definitely not a rapid pump anymore. But as you can see, because despite the C4 being a front mid-engine car, it's still front dominant in terms of weight, because it's actually 51 to 49, if I'm correct, in terms of weight. So it's not exactly 50-50. So when you jack it up on the front jack points, the whole car on one side will lift up, which, I mean, in some cases is a convenience. Other times it's actually really annoying. But I'm about to throw some jack stands under here and get that compressor plugged up so I can take these wheels off finally. I kind of moved all my tools closer to the compressor to get them out the way, but see, it's a Campbell Hosfield, the classic, and I just hit this and boom. So while I'm right here, I'm gonna show you the rear jacking point. Rear point you want to put a jack stand at. So usually if you come right here, and mind you, on some people's it might be damaged, you come like right here, it'll be kind of it's actually part of the frame. It's right here. I'm trying to show you guys. If you come like right here and you look under here, yep, you come right here and you see that there's this little spot right here. You can move the jack to the jack stand to about right here and get it right here in between this. And it won't damage anything. As long as you don't hit this bracket right here, you'll be just fine. You just put it right there, and then when I let the car down, you'll see that it will be lifted in the back only, because I'm actually going to leave the jack on this side, not the other side. It's because of the fact that it's where the car is placed, and I don't really feel too safe putting a jack stand right there when I could just use the jack and that would be infinitely safer. So if I just lower it right now, I might still need two hands for this. Yep. See, this was really once a good jack. Like, now it's telling you that having to use two hands to do that. This is exactly why I have a newer Pittsburgh jack now. This is a Pittsburgh jack as well, if I'm correct, but it's of lower tonnage. It's a 1.5 ton, and I have a 3 ton now, which lifts this car significantly higher. But I didn't want to have to go grab that just to, get my tires changed. But here's the condition of the old tires, and as you can see, in really bad shape. Really, really bad shape. Dry rotted all throughout. Basically like hockey pucks at this point. But now the car is supported in the back. I'm going to move to the other side, and I'm going to start jacking that side up too. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side. And, it's raining. Ever so slightly. It's been raining on and off all day. I swear we've probably gotten like 10 tornado warnings at this point. But if you come right here, and of course you look at the same jack point right there, we're going to there, place the jack about right here. It's harder to do it on this side, and then just start jacking up. This rain's getting pretty bad, but yep. Just jack the car up as normal. And as you can see, it does the same thing on this side. The whole car gets lifted up. Boom. No trouble at all. Welcome to the state of Maryland, where rain is an everyday thing, and it only lasts for 5 minutes. While that's charging up, I'm gonna go ahead and put the last 2 jack stands on this side so I can have this supported. And then once that's done charging up, I'm gonna show you a pretty cool impact that's super cheap. Even brand new is super cheap. They say it puts out about 1,400 foot-pounds. I don't know how true that is, but I have used it on some really rusted bolts, including axle nuts, and I have gotten no trouble out of them whatsoever. Just look at it. It's adorable compared to what I got now. And yes, I have my original rims too. These are not aftermarkets. And they're mounted the right way, because people usually complain about them being mounted backwards. The fins are supposed to face forward. Just letting you know right now, for anybody watching this video, the fins are supposed to face forward. And if I'm correct, just kind of like the turbine style wheels, they work for brake cooling. And speaking of brakes, I gotta replace these rear rotors and pads, because for some reason those look low. For some reason. Wait, but definitely still, parking brake is definitely really holding it in place, so it's not an issue with that. But look, this tire is completely done for. Cracked on the sidewall, cracked on the contact patch. It's bad, really bad. I think these are from 2005, if I'm correct. 2005, somewhere around that. Okay, I'm gonna just let you guys know, for the front, it's a bit different getting a jack stand on there. So you see this plate right here? It's part of the frame. It's not a plate, it is the frame, but it goes right here. You can put the jack anywhere right here, really. I commonly put it closer to the engine, just so I don't have to have the weight spread out over such a large area. And after that, I put a jack in the same place on that side, which I just showed you. But you have to watch out for this on the other side, that the part I just showed you, because if you're not careful, you can crimp a brake line by accident. So if you push it in too far, your brake lines are right there. You have a very bad day. So remember, make sure you actually pay attention to what you're doing on the driver's side in the rear. The passenger side is not as serious, except for the fact that you have to watch out for your fuel lines. When you're jacking up with your jack, if you're too far in with your jack, when you're jacking it up, what you can end up doing is you could crush your fuel lines, and you're gonna have a very rough day if you do that too. Usually I would just bring out my smaller 1/2-inch gun, but I gotta get these off quick, so I'm gonna be using this one. The strongest impact in my collection. See, if you look over here, I have Milton V fittings. I don't have M style fittings, so I can literally just do this. without having to struggle with them. Just push down on it. Boom, just like that. Goes right on. And of course, like I said, this is my strongest impact. Honestly, getting the wheels off a C4 takes barely any power. I'm serious. These are not torqued down that much. Watch this. No trouble at all. I can literally tap this. Unless I did, I'm pretty sure I torqued these down to their specification last time I took my... See, comes right off. Easy. See, it isn't as easy doing this one-handed. It's actually really awkward, but hold on, I think I can pull this off. And there we go. And just like that, comes right off. Now for my awkward way of doing the other side. Usually I would be catching these, but I'm going to pick these all up in a bit. And it's actually really awkward trying to move it like this. But boom, just like really an earwig. These guys get everywhere, I swear. And of course, for this one, it's exactly the same. There we go. Having a truck makes this so much easier. I used to do this with a coupe when I was working on my last Corvette, and let me tell you, it was an adventure each time I did it. 2 tires in the trunk, 2 in the back. No, sorry, 2 tires in the trunk, 4 in the back seats, and 2 on the passenger side. Now, before you all ask me, these are Continental Extreme contacts. She just looks so naked, but we can fix that. So if you want to see the difference between my new tires and an Eagle F1 from Goodyear, here it is. See, the Eagle F1 is directional and my new tires are non-directional, as in unidirectional. So you can mount them anyway. It don't really matter, but Eagle F1s, they're definitely directional. And same with my other old tire, which is of some brand I think, let me see, Rumo? Rumo? It says Rumo. I don't think that's the brand though, hold on. They're pretty worn down, so it's hard to read anything on them. But my new tires are Continentals, so definitely a different design overall, but in much better shape. Not even a year old. Come on, old V6. Don't get me stuck now. Yep, I'm not just gonna say don't fail me now, because I know sometimes it will not fail me, but if I gun it too hard right now, I will definitely get stuck. See, I wasn't gonna put a ratchet strap on this, but it seemed kind of loose while I was driving around, and I feel like these could fly off in the wind if I happen to start doing 70 on the highway just to keep up with traffic, so definitely gonna ratchet strap this down really quick. I think that's tight enough. No trouble at all. If you look in the distance where those cranes are, that's the ship that hit the bridge. I think they're still clearing it off. That one tire somehow held on that whole time. You know, I was about to pull over at one point because I thought I heard it slip a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of loose, yeah. Yep. Oh wait, well no, I don't. I think it's a dolly under these. Yep, let me see. Definitely a dolly under these. So no, these are gonna move this way regardless. But up and down movement is definitely not there. So it probably would have been okay. The sharpest drop ever. See? Alrighty. Finally ready to go on. You know, I'm surprised they make, you know, tires that are lower than W ratings in this size. Because I did see some lower rated tires that would fit my Corvette, but I just decided to go with W's, just in case. These are Firestones, and I could not find any Firestones for the Vet, so definitely just had to go with what was available. I find that like with C4s, you'll have tires available in its size for maybe a little bit, and then they won't be available in its size anymore. It's probably because its size was more popular back then rather than it is today. I mean, you can still find that size with the tires, but you won't really find them in that small of a rim size. Oh, and here he is. Yo, Clyde, my brother in wrench. What's up? Everyone, meet the toolbox that survived the fire.
Go Ravens.
Lay. At least you ain't say go snap on. I'm serious, bro. Do you even buy snap on stuff anymore?
I paid that $10,000 bill off.
You said never again.
Because, I mean, I just learned over the years, like, snap on, while they do make good quality hand tools, most of the joints.
I mean they are really expensive. See, look, y'all kept saying Harbor Freight was not reliable.
Depends on what you get, man.
So would
Definitely
you?
got Harbor Freight too.
You got Harbor Freight? Oh yeah, you got Pittsburgh stuff.
They stepped away from the Icon joints is alright.
Oh yeah, no, I seen it. You saw? Wait, did you see the Icon golden wrench? You ain't see the golden wrench, bro?
You got one.
I did not get one. Listen, I thought of buying the golden wrench, but I said like, I'm not gonna use it, bro. Like, cause it really does in person. If you saw it in person, bro, it looks so good. Like, it makes you scared to use it. Did you see the new all-wheel drive C8?
All-wheel drive?
You ain't see it? So basically, if I'm correct, it has, of course, a gas power motor with electrical assist.
They starting to grow on me, yo. When they first came out, I was like,
what, the C8?
yeah.
Bro, I thought they looked too much like Ferraris at first.
Yeah.
But I mean, now that I've actually gotten a chance to like really look at one, they're cool.
Which is essentially what propels the vehicle forward. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think about it, as the car, as the wheel is turning, the spot where it hits the wheel, the road is not moving. And the tires move forward, so as it comes around.
You're always maintaining contact, basically. I mean, I still be telling people, even with tires this wide, like, I mean, that law don't always apply, even with these.
The only time that joint is moving is when you burning rubber.
Yeah.
Spinning tires, man.
Or you. Oh wait, no, not even when. Yeah, when you're spinning out, it's technically standing still at that point. Definitely standing still.
But it's moving though. It's like. You know what I'm saying? All right, what size is this?
285s as well.
This is 255.
255. Okay, so that's a front one, right? Oh wait, no, I bought 255s for the front too. Here.
See this? See how it's got a big corrosion?
Yeah.
That over time
will definitely eat through the rim.
No, it will cause it to leak at the bead.
Look, no one can say aluminum doesn't corrode now. Hey, look. When I was first practicing, you all, I stayed in this toolbox. All right, listen.
I lost a lot of tools behind you guys.
Hey, listen. I was learning. Chill. See, he grabbed the wire brush.
It's always been a good feeling for me
Mm-hmm.
to be able to pass down the knowledge that was passed down to me.
I mean, you
And
definitely.
also, like when I got my first start,
Mm-hmm.
you know, most of the times, you get somewhere, they not letting you use your spare tools.
True.
First time I started, I was blessed to have somebody allow me
Mm-hmm.
to use my tools, so I always do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
As long as y'all put the tools back, you got it.
Hey, listen, I got a whole big set now. Chill on me. I've improved.
That's what happens. Then y'all go get y'all get bigger tools and boxes and sets than me.
I got a box as big as as like your bottom box now. I call that fair.
That's what I started with. A double punch.
I got that.
Really.
I got that one, and I got one similar to the black one, your roll cart.
Yep. When they tried to get me to get a bigger one, like one of them
Mm-hmm.
triple bank. I was like, nah, I ain't trying to spend another 10 grand.
Cause then you gotta grow your toolkit again.
I bought the cabinet
Mm-hmm.
and like hutch. And then once I filled that cabinet up and stuff, I bought that roll car.
You bought the roll cart from Harbor Freight though, right?
Nah, it's a snap.
That's not. Oh,
It's
that's.
actually a snap.
I bought the Pittsburgh one. I can't even. No. It's that one Harbor Freight always sells, bro. Like that pretty much sells out most of the time.
How much they went for?
I think I bought mine for like 140.
Yeah, I should have done that. Mine's
It wasn't out at the time. You can't blame yourself for that one. That wasn't even out. That one that they got at Harbor Freight, if I'm correct, is like newer.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. That joint, even the roll cart, box, snap on.
It's like $600.
It's really like one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
That toolbox, mine, it was on fire.
Yeah, you told me it's something there. The charger caused it, and then the box was like, wasn't it like one of the only pieces really left? And then after that, besides like other boxes,
Yeah, and cars.
it's almost time. 2 weeks from now, 2 or 3 weeks, depends on how fast I find and get these new seats. Because I found some, like I told you all, I found some in New York, but they're coming along. I'm still talking business with them. See, Clyde, this is always why you have 2 cameras.
Yeah.
That one, I don't know if it's the heat or what. That's the first time it's ever done that, but no, it said I needed to change his SD card. I had about 85 minutes left on that one. This rim is absolutely disgusting. Coming over perfectly clean. That's one of the 285s?
I think this is the bigger one, yeah. This is the bigger one.
Yeah, bigger rim. All right, y'all, I'm just letting y'all know. He's the one who taught me. So, like, listen, most of my mechanics intuition comes from this guy.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I mean, I give it like a 50-50. You call it spidey senses? That bolt right there, it's loose! Bro. A helicopter. Let's see if it spins. Nope. You know, that's the first time I've seen one of those leaves not spin. No, bro, let me tell you. Why earlier I was working, right? And so I delivered for this company. And while I was out, a bee stung me on my ankle, bro. Like, I happened to jump down the steps, and out of nowhere, it felt like a hot knife went through my ankle, and I checked it, and bro, the bee's looking up dead at me. Bro, I straight threw my sock off, bro. Really straight. Ah!
That drop was crazy. Like something similar happened to me today.
Mm-hmm.
I had left my hat and stuff like that here
Mm-hmm.
overnight, and I went to put it on this
Mm-hmm.
morning. I'm like, something felt like it was on my neck. It was one of them joints with the pinches on it.
The earwig shit,
Yeah,
bro. They say we got an invasion of them coming, bro.
Nah, no, yo. You see that shit? Talking about them flying spiders.
Oh yeah, bro, I saw that. I said it sound like Australia coming here. Look, we already get hurricanes, tornadoes, thunderstorms. Hey,
Nah,
well,
yo, and then remember when them little red bugs came?
you talking about the jumping ones? Bro, they popped up out of nowhere. They popped up while I was at the shop. I'm like, bro, I happened to see their eggs on like a leaf.
They start off as black and white.
Yeah, bro, and I'm looking, I'm like, what is this? 2 weeks later, they all come out. I'm like, bro, what are these
They're
things?
supposed to be coming back too.
They still here. It was one on the truck earlier.
Yeah, they supposed to be here.
Worst part is, bro, they fearless. Like, they'll come towards you, just not paying attention.
But I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready for no motherfucking
Flying spiders.
spiders. Hell no. I ain't ready for that.
I mean, look, Australia got camel spiders, and they're like the size of a dinner plate.
They said that they venomous too, but I don't think it's like nothing like that will kill you. But
Mm-hmm. It's kind of similar to like a bee sting. The last tire. They served it well. And this is another Eagle F1, judging by the lines. When's the last time you seen a new directional tire?
a new direction.
Yeah, because these are directional.
That's what most people get.
No, they
Pull up on that.
what in the directional tires?
Yeah. Or they get the ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's direction.
I mean, my new one's a unidirectional. Look how shiny that rim is. That bead sealing definitely did its job on this one. It's coming off nice though. This is gonna make that car look 1,000 years younger. Until they go bad and I gotta replace them again. You know, I wonder if they multi-layered this color right here, or if it's like just the upper layer, and then once you drive it for a good while, the color layer wears off. It looks really cool.
Oh, that.
Yeah, this right here. It's gonna pop any second now. There we go. I've had these for a good while, like almost like I said in the last video that it was about 8 months. So now that they're finally being used, that's money put to work. Let's see how accurate that machine was. Almost. Wait, no,
36, right?
yeah. There you go, that's good. Yeah, you know, for some reason, people complain about the rough ride on Corvettes, and like they'll like lower their tire pressure, but I'm like, it's not really supposed to drive like an old Cadillac or none of that. It's supposed to drive like a sports car. So I mean,
Yeah, they don't never really be like smooth.
no, C8 is though. I will give it that. The C8 is like, bro, people have said potholes are non-existent in that car, bro. You hit one, you don't even feel it, cause it got the magnetic rider suspension, if I'm correct. And it's like, when I say it's like so good, man, what? It makes the car livable for more than just someone that likes sports cars. I think that's why some people like. I think that's why some people like it better than the C7. Because if I'm correct, I think the C7 was known for being kind of rough. But you know, that car was like a brute in terms of like all the Corvettes. Even by design, it was a brute, bro. That was a fast car. You remember the ZR1 model? Man, that thing could fly. I remember seeing this engine one time, and I said, bro, I pray I never have to race this car. I'm telling you. Back in the bed. And I'm about to strap them down. Actually, I don't think I need to strap them down this time. They should be good. About to check under the good old F-150. Just to see if I can see anything I haven't spotted on her beforehand. Mostly checking for a rear main seal leak, but you know, everything else should be good. Longest shocks ever. Yeah, I told you. Look at this. Loose. Completely loose.
Yo, I mean, one day you bring it up and we can weld it.
I was cutting through this piece right here, like with the clamp removed, so I can get this section off, because this is 2-inch. The pipe itself is 2.5 inch, and they didn't use a reducer. They just tried to use clamps.
Yeah.
I'm like, who thought this would work?
Yeah, just weld it.
I mean, let me see up front, because I haven't even... Uh-oh. That looks bad. That definitely looks bad. Thinking of a rear main seal leak, Clyde. Ooh. Possibly, but just look at it. You think it's
Probably ain't never been done.
the oil pan?
It's like some new higher than that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right there. I can smell it too, because it would drop onto the exhaust as the car was, as the truck was moving. Hold on, I'm trying to put the,
You probably do the valve covers, degrease it,
you know,
check it out, check it for any leaks.
plastic brake cleaner.
Somebody put some new arms on it. You did that?
Yeah. Yep, yes sir. Just did these, just did the upper control arms and new ball joints at the bottom. Yep. They're lasting. I will give them that. But they were like $60, so they got a... Oh, let me not have a whole nother incident. Remember when I put my hair on the catalytic converter? And it started...
Who was that? Who was that? That was you, wasn't it?
What? This really does remind me of the days I used to work at a shop. It almost makes me want to go back. You know, it's amazing how even to this day, we can still have conversations like back when we used to work together. Now, it's time for the precarious task of unloading these without an accessible tailgate. I mean, they're not that heavy, but getting them back on is about as precarious as you would think. And we're back. And as you can see, she looks so much better with new tires. I mean, I still got to clean them up a little bit because they were in storage for a long while, but these are so much better than her originals. So much better. I mean, she practically looks a few years younger now. Well, I think that's it for part 2. I did a good bit of work on this just now. It wasn't just the tires. It was some small stuff here and there, but nothing too important. But I think it's about time we start cleaning up the interior, especially the passenger side. And you guys are going to love that part because it's not a mess, but it's a lot. We're going to get the fog lights working too because the fog lights don't work. The left side blinker, the actual relay for that is not working properly. It has a specific term, but that piece is not working anymore. So the left side lights don't blink, and all the lights are on. So yes, on the left side light doesn't blink, fog lights don't work, of course, and that's about it exterior wise. Besides like all the painting I gotta do and the weather stripping, but other than that, she really is coming along nicely. She really does look about maybe 5 years younger. I would give her 5 years until these tires are worn out, and then I gotta replace the rear ones again because I'm pretty sure those rear ones won't last too long the second I get it on a racetrack. But thank you all for watching. My arch nemesis is back. Let me see if I can.